right, this is cause number 25, DCCR 0304. And are you Gerson Santa Maria Mendoza?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Mendoza was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to the first-degree felony offense of aggravated robbery. The agreement was for a 10-year deferred probation and a $1,000 fine. I've received the pre-sentence report and has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Yes.
Are there any additions or corrections?
No, Mr.
So, Mr. Mendoza, you're only 18, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so if I'm going to follow this agreement based on your age, the nature of the offense, the fact that you withdrew from school and haven't completed high school, I'm going to up front send you to the program called ISF. It's a 90-day program, and it is intended to help you to make better decisions. Because of your age, obviously, I want you to be successful on this probation, but I think there needs to be some involvement by other people to help you do better. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 10 years. You're ordered to pay the $1,000 fine and follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. That's including going to and successfully completing the cognitive track of the ISF program.
Okay.
If you do everything you're supposed to on this probation and you successfully complete it, this is a great opportunity because you don't have a conviction for a felony on your record. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of your probation, you can be brought back into court, found guilty, so you would be a convicted felon, and you could go to prison for anywhere in the range of punishment, which is a minimum 5 years, up to the rest of your life in prison. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, a condition of your probation is going to be that you get your GED. So once you get out of ISF, you're ordered to start that process within 45 days. Okay. All right, I'm handing you the trial court certification. That shows that this was an agreement that I followed, so you waived your right to appeal. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you, Ms. Burge. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
They might. You can let them know too. You might be able to start your GED in ISF. So check into it.
Because TDC does have a good program.
Yeah, I just don't know if ISF does, but that would be good to get
That's where he's
started.
going to be.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Good morning, ma'am. You're Renisha Chason? And Ms. Chason is charged with 24 DCCR 2351, she's charged with injury to a child, elderly, or disabled individual. And then there's a motion to revoke probation in 19-33107. And so I know there's a co-defendant.
Judge, if I may, the co-defendant was actually sentenced to pen time last week.
Okay.
Mr. Nichols was able to take care of that for me
Okay.
last Monday morning, which puts us in a much better position with respect to Ms. Shashawn. Everything has been going well since she's been out on bond. I have extended an offer that was different from the one that before Mr. Williams pled. So I think we're pretty close here on that, hopefully.
So,
And to be honest with the court judge, last week kind of threw me a little bit because of the days and this and that. I just need to talk to her and this will be resolved.
okay, so just a couple weeks.
That'd be fine.
Okay, we'll do about a 2-week reset. Make sure you get in touch with Mr. Burbank, go visit with him about everything, and then we'll get your case taken care of at the next court date. Okay.
And I anticipate, Judge, with the court's permission, a dismissal on that motion when she resolves the underlying case. It was the only thing in the motion.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you for being here.
The only thing that I would add, Judge, is that we now have an agreed restitution figure for
That's
the court.
my question.
Yes,
What is it?
$60,000.
Okay. All right, ma'am, you are Sydney Lewis. And Ms. Lewis was previously here in cause number 24 DCCR 1905, entered a plea of guilty to the third-degree felony offense of theft of property. I've received the pre-sentence report. Have you both had an opportunity to review that report?
The defense has, Your Honor, we have no objections.
Yes, Judge.
And Mr. Smith, any objections or corrections?
No, Judge.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 10 years. You are ordered to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation, and that includes paying back the restitution of $60,000. If you do all of that, this is an excellent opportunity because you don't have a felony conviction on your record. And if you successfully complete the probation, you'll never have a felony conviction. The case will be dismissed at the end. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court, you could be found guilty of the offense, and you could go to prison for anywhere between 2 years and up to 10 years. Do you understand? Also, $60,000 is a lot of money to pay back. And sometimes what people will do is they think, I'm going to wait and I'll pay a little bit next year when I get my tax return, and maybe I'll sell this in a year or two, and I've got 10 years, so I've got plenty of time. You will be surprised how quickly that time will pass. And at the end of the probation, you could have done every other thing correctly. And if you don't pay that restitution, and I make a finding that you could have, you can still go to prison for up to 10 years at the end and your probation be revoked. So I want you to pay something on the restitution every single month, because even if it's not a huge amount, it will add up over that time frame. Does that make sense? All right, I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. You just need to have a seat here in the courtroom. When probation's ready to go over your paperwork, she'll call you up to her desk, all right? Good luck to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
And then you've got a David Melanson, Mr. Crenshaw.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir. Are you Bobby Clark?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Clark is charged with indecency with a child by sexual contact in cause number 25 DCCR 0802. Mr. Eckhart, what is the announcement?
Judge, previously he had rejected an offer of 12 years. I think there's already a rejection in the court's file.
There is.
That offer has not changed, and our rejection has not changed.
Okay.
So we'll need a trial.
All right, so I will get your case set on the trial docket then. Mr. Eckhart will begin preparation for trial. I do want to make sure, I know we probably already went over this, but after today, unless there's some new information or evidence that's discovered by one of the attorneys, I will not accept this plea agreement after today. Do you understand? All right, we'll set it on the trial docket. You can go back with the bailiff. You can go back with the bailiff. Sorry, no, not you.
That's all I have on your docket this morning, Judge.
Thank you. Have a good day. Good morning. You are Mark Hebert?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Hebert was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to driving while intoxicated, third or more. I've received that pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review the
We have,
report?
Your Honor.
Are there any additions or corrections?
None more, Judge.
Not from the state, Judge, sorry.
Okay, that's right. And so, Mr. Hebert, I am going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney, and find you guilty of driving while intoxicated, third or more. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 5 years in prison, but I'm going to probate that. You'll be on probation for 5 years. You're ordered to pay the $1,000 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. In addition, you are ordered to serve your 10 days upfront time in the Jefferson County Jail. Are you working?
Just being temporary, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you could either go do your 10 days if you're ready to go do those today. I will allow you to do weekends if you're working.
Okay, I thought I already did 10 days.
No, no.
It doesn't count.
We had
Yeah.
talked before about doing it on weekends. I'm not sure, would you rather do it on weekends?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what I am going to do is order that you serve those 10 days on weekends, starting this weekend, September the 19th. So you will be ordered to turn yourself in every Friday at 6 o'clock to the Jefferson County Jail. You'll stay the weekend, they'll let you out, and you'll keep doing that each weekend until you serve that 10 days.
Okay.
It's very important that you're on time to the jail and that you also not show up obviously under the influence of anything, because that would obviously be a violation of your probation. So if you do everything you're supposed to while you are on this probation, this is an excellent opportunity because you will be able to serve that 5-year sentence while you're out on probation. The other side of that, however, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court and you'll be facing that 5-year sentence that you've already agreed to. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal.
Would the court, excuse me, consider either JCDI or drug catch? I don't know if the interlock
It's
is
probably,
necessarily
can I see
appropriate.
that
It was
back? I'm
in the-
sorry.
It
What's
was,
this?
No.
Oh,
may already
I'm
be
sorry.
in the orders. Just my concern is it being a drug issue versus alcohol.
Yes, JCDI is in there. Okay, so part of the conditions of your probation will be that you enter and successfully complete the JCDI program. And so that is an outpatient treatment program. It is very important that you go to every meeting, you not test positive for anything. I think in addition, I don't know that I'm required to, the interlock is required by law unless I make a good finding otherwise.
I don't think it would hurt anything. I just wanted to bring that to the court's attention.
No, but I'm thinking I'd much rather probably a drug patch. That's probably going to be part of JCDI anyway, but it's going to be part of the probation for
If
sure.
there's any medication you're on prescribed by a doctor, you need to make sure you
Give that to
talk to
probation.
probation about that. Because he has some health issues.
Are you driving?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you currently have the auto ignition interlock device on your
Yes, I do.
vehicle? Okay, talk to probation, that'll probably remain, at least for some amount of time. By law, that is required that you have that on your vehicle, okay? All right, you can have not yet. I also handed you a admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read that written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with Mr. Parker. All right? If you'll just have a seat here in the courtroom, probation will call you up when she's ready to go over your paperwork. And then you've got a Jasmine Dempsey.
It's most blue.
Good morning. Are you trustee Butcher?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is cause numbers 24 DCCR 1732 and 24 DCCR 1733. Ms. Butcher is on probation in each of those cases. One for burglary of a habitation, which was a 5-year deferred, and also an unauthorized use of a vehicle. And there were motions to adjudicate filed in each of those cases. And Ms. Butcher was previously here, pled true to counts 1, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I've received the updated report. This was not agreed. Has everyone received that and reviewed the report?
We have, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
Are there any additions or corrections?
No, Your Honor, not from Mr.
And what is this, it might say here. The new case is out of Harris County,
She was placed on
probation, right?
probation and sent to the Santa Maria Rehabilitation Facility.
Okay. All right, so, Mr. Rojas, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. And that's true, Judge. She was sent to Santa Maria through probation in Harris County. And as the PSI points, or the updated PSI points out, she left that facility. I spoke with her about that. She left that facility because there were open warrants out of Jefferson County. She wanted to take care of those warrants, not because she didn't want the help provided there. She tells me she does want to go back to the Santa Maria facility. And there they will help. She's got a 3-year-old son, in addition to being 6 months pregnant right now. And the facility is a facility that will allow her to bring her 3-year-old with her, as well as she will keep the newborn once that newborn is she's giving birth. And she does want the help that Santa Maria can provide, and she's willing to go back there. And that's what she wants the newborn to be once he's born, or she is born. As far as what she wants to do with her life, she told me she has worked in the healthcare industry in the past, and she wants to go get her CNA licensing, and she wants to continue doing that when she gets out. She does have a letter she wants to read to you, Judge, and I think if this is the appropriate time, she wants to do that.
Okay, go ahead.
Dear Honor, I have been in jail since April 29, 2025. I left the rehab because I wanted to come back here and turn myself in.
Let me just stop you real quick right there, because the officer called Santa Maria, and the people at Santa Maria, according to what that officer put in this report, specifically said that you left the facility because you changed your mind. Hang on. Quote, Santa Maria is not the best option for me at this time. Are you saying you did not say that?
I did not say that. She know why I left because I had a warrant for my arrest and I didn't want the police to pick me up. I couldn't go to the DPS and get my ID and stuff, so I was going to come back to Port Arthur, turn myself in, and then go from there. But I didn't leave because I didn't want the help. That's why I found out I was pregnant on March 31st. I found out I was pregnant. I was in that rehab. I left because they wanted me to go to get my ID, and I couldn't go there because I had a warrant out for my arrest.
Okay, so you found out you were pregnant in March.
Yes.
And then you went and committed an evading arrest with a vehicle, a duty on striking an unattended vehicle, and an aggravated assault against a public servant a month later after you found out you were pregnant?
I was on drugs, Your Honor.
While you were pregnant?
Yes. I made the mistake of leaving the rehab, and I got on drugs, and the next few days later, I got arrested.
But you said you made the mistake of leaving the rehab, but you said you left the rehab to come and turn yourself in. So you didn't leave the hang on. So you didn't leave the rehab to come turn yourself in, because if you had, you would have come straight here and turned yourself in, and you wouldn't have these new offenses.
I had to catch the bus, so I had to go downtown, wait for the bus to come, and in that time, I caught a charge. I don't want to be separated from my baby, Your Honor. This is mine.
So in that time, hold on. So you had left the facility at least by April 17th.
Yes.
And then your new charges were April 29th.
Yes.
So that's 12 days
Yes.
of waiting on a bus and catching a
I
charge?
didn't have the money, so I got the money together to catch the bus back out here, the Greyhound. And once I got the money, the day I was going downtown, I got arrested for trying to evade the police because I was on drugs. I was scared and I was on drugs.
So all the times that you failed to report to the probation office, March 7th, March 10th, hold on, there was a third one.
March 12th.
March 12th, April 10th, So,
I never knew I had all those dates after the 7th. After the 7th, I thought I was revoked already. After the first time I did report, I thought I had a warrant out for my arrest, and I went to the rehab.
but you talked to the probation officer between
I talked to
then,
her on the 7th.
and you talked to her ugly.
I got out of jail in March 6th in Harris County. I called her that day. She wanted me to report the next day. I couldn't make it.
Right.
So I guess I talked to her within that week. I don't remember talking to her, but I didn't know that she was giving me more opportunities to report. I would have reported. I thought after the first time that was it.
The reason you probably don't remember all that is because I guess you were using drugs while you were pregnant.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
I didn't know I was pregnant at first, and then I found out.
but then you kept using drugs.
Yeah. I need help, and Santa Maria is a good place, and they'll offer me mental health service, and I have an autoimmune disease that they offer treatment for. Jefferson County hasn't been giving me the medication for it. And since I've been here 2 days. They haven't given me any medication, so my baby can, yeah. I don't want to say it out loud what it is, but I need the help that Santa Maria offers. I don't want to be separated from my kids any longer. My 3-year-old is with somebody, a friend, and I want to be him to be able to come with me. I want to be able to keep my kids with me and get the help I need mentally and with the drugs.
So where do you actually live?
I live on 1825 17th Street,
What city?
Port Arthur.
So Santa Maria is what, 90 days?
It's up to 6 months, 6 months to 18 months.
It was verified through the Harris County Community Supervision Court Liaison that the program is 6 months.
Yeah.
So where did you get the 6 months to 18 months?
They told me at Santa Maria when I was there, it's up to, you can stay up to 18 months.
Mr. Smith?
Judge, I spoke with Misty Hoffman, who's an assistant DA in Harris County, before they sent her to the Santa Maria program. They were thinking about doing that, and she tried to explain to me what it was, and I explained to her our intention was not to keep her on probation, it was to seek a revocation in this case. I think everything that she has said up to this point kind of lends credence to the fact that probation is, she's not going to be successful on probation. I think even today you can see that she gets, according to the PSI, becomes impatient, easily irritated, argumentative, and confrontational. She's been non-compliant basically since she started in on probation and has made no progress and has no plan. This is the first that we've heard that she even has a residence in Port Arthur. We had no idea that she had any kind of residence in Jefferson County. She didn't have one prior to this, so I don't even know whose house this is.
So here's the thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Talking over people,
Sorry.
being confrontational with your probation officer is not going to get you anywhere. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you have, what's the place in Port Arthur that you have to live?
It's a home. It's a house.
Whose house?
It's my house. I've been renting it
Since when?
since before I got on rehab. I've been using the same address.
Well, but
Before I got probation.
you told probation that you didn't come back here, but hold on, because you were homeless.
I've never been homeless, ma'am.
You said that in the original pre-sentence report.
No, I told her I was at a motel and she assumed I was homeless, but I'm not homeless.
But originally when I put you on probation,
I gave y'all 1825 17th Street, which is where I live.
if you had a residence here in Jefferson County and you were on probation here in Jefferson County, then why didn't you come back here when you got out like you were supposed to?
I tried to come back, and I did come back. I didn't report because I thought I had a warrant out. I thought I was revoked already.
So you were just gonna wait it out until they came and caught you?
came to turn myself in and I got arrested. I was going to turn myself in.
Everything you're saying is conflicting. Because you're.
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, you're here in custody and you're just, I think you've told so many lies to everybody that you don't know how to keep up with them.
It's no lie, ma'am. I was in Houston. I came back and I came back March 7th. I was here. I didn't report. I was on drugs.
So you were already here March 7th?
I was here March 7th. I was here. And then she told me to come in.
So there's no reason on March 7th that you couldn't have, you were talking to her about needed a bus and all this stuff. That was all just lying back then.
No, I was in Harris County. I got here March 6th. She told me to report March 7th.
So if you were here March 7th?
Yes. Your Honor, I was on drugs.
To our jail reports to the judge.
Can you please get me the help that I need and let me keep my kids?
I put you on probation in the first place to get the help that you need. I put you on probation. Hang on. I put you on probation for 2 felonies with all the resources we have to help you. And instead of taking advantage of those, you came back, you didn't go ask for help, you just had to show up one time and say, I need help, I'm pregnant, I'm using drugs, I need help. It's easy to say you need help when you've picked up 3 more felonies.
I didn't pick them up, they dismissed them, I only got 1. They dismissed the other ones.
Well, I'm sure that was part of some plea agreement. You still got arrested for 3 felonies, serious felonies. Not just little stuff, not a possession case.
Your Honor, please, I do not want to be a felon. I can't complete this.
Quit committing felonies.
Yes, ma'am, that's because of the drugs. Then I lost a baby last year. I had a stillborn at 7 months pregnant because of drugs. I need help with the drugs and rehabilitation.
Maybe you need to stop getting pregnant for a while.
Yes, ma'am.
Looks like one of the jail incidents also involved an assault of another inmate and an attempted threw a bar of soap and actually hit one of the correctional officers and tried to swing on one of the other correctional officers.
That is okay.
What?
I never tried to assault a correctional officer at this time.
No?
Like jail, prison time, no.
Let me take a... So why did you refuse to go to the hospital when you fell?
Because I was feeling okay and I had a doctor's appointment coming up. I was going to tell her. The last time I told them I slipped and fell, they didn't do anything in the jail, so I was going to wait till I go to my doctor's appointment.
But they wanted you to go to the hospital to get checked out.
I didn't know they wanted me to go to the hospital. They just had me sitting in the infirmary.
So... You supposedly said you fell, you were refusing to go to the hospital. They told you the doctor wanted you to go to the hospital. You said that you would go, but asked if you could go back to your dorm first. And they said, we're not doing all that back and forth. You asked if you would be transported via van or EMS. They said, don't worry about that. Then you said, I refuse, I'm not going to the hospital.
That's when I went, I talked to Dr. Kim. Dr. Kim told me whatever was wrong, I could tell the doctor when I went to the doctor. So that's what I was waiting on.
So they're making it up that that doctor wanted you to go to the hospital.
They wanted me to go, and I told them I was going to wait until.
So, but that makes me, you're not taking care of yourself and your baby.
My baby is fine.
How do you know? If you fell and hit your head and they wanted you to go get checked out at the hospital, then how do you know she's fine or he's fine? You don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Go sit down for a minute.